Andrew Lebovich joins me now. He's a visiting fellow at the European Council on Foreign Relations. His research focuses on North Africa. Andrew, good to have you on the show. The fact that Bouteflika will not be running for a fifth term in office, is this really the big victory that tens of thousands of Algerians have been demonstrating for in the past weeks?
Well, the way that many Algerians have described it so far is that it's a partial victory, but the protests continue. Because at this point, this really is not going to be enough to satisfy protesters who want more, who've seen how powerful and how enduring this mobilization can be. So this is a first step, but it's not going to end the protest.
Okay, so you say it's a partial victory. For many of the protesters, round one goes to them. So my question to you is, will the demonstrations continue?
Yes, already large demonstrations have been announced for Friday. There have been massive demonstrations every Friday since the end of February, and I don't see any reason why they wouldn't continue.
Okay, so the dynamics are a little bit different now. Now that President Bouteflika has said that he will not be running for a fifth term. I think all eyes will be on the country's very powerful military. What role do you think they will be playing in this new phase of transition?
Well, it's very hard to say, but the military, from what we can tell, has shifted somewhat in its at least public statements from talking about securing the upcoming elections to now talking about a unity of vision with the people, and talking about the army emanating from the people. So there has been a subtle but very real shift in at least how the military presents its own position on the protests, and beyond that, it would really just be speculation to say.
Andrew, I'm wondering to get your take on this, because demonstrations have been going on for weeks now within the country and in Switzerland as well as in Paris. What do you think the tipping point was for President Bouteflika to actually take away his candidacy for a fifth term?
Well, if you believe the statement put out in the president's name, he never intended to run for a fifth term. I think it was clear that just these protests, the enduring nature of the protests, the fact that they've been incredibly peaceful, and that they've been able to turn out people, tens, hundreds of thousands, even maybe more than 1 million people over a several-week period in different demonstrations, has shown just the depth of frustration among many Algerians, and also the fact that these demonstrations have cut across class lines, the fact that they've cut across age lines. It's not just young Algerians protesting. And also the fact that now I think we've started to see cracks in support from key pillars of the government have all lead us to this direction.
All right, Andrew Lebovich, thank you very much for that analysis. I appreciate it.